Women Gladiators. The untold story of Rome's female warriors. When you think of Roman gladiators, you probably imagine towering men locked in brutal combat. But what if I told you that women also fought in the deadly arenas of ancient Rome? Their stories were often erased or overlooked, but they fought just as fiercely, and their existence challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient history. The Colosseum of ancient Rome, a brutal stage where life and death were decided by the sword. We know it as the domain of male warriors, hardened by war and violence. But hidden in the shadows of history were women gladiators, called gladiatrices, who stepped into the arena, defying societal norms and risking it all for glory, freedom, or survival. Yet their stories were largely erased, dismissed as novelty acts or footnotes in a history dominated by men. But recent discoveries and ancient texts suggest a different reality, one of courage, struggle, and deadly skill. Today, we're uncovering the untold story of Rome's female warriors, who they were, how they fought, and why history tried to forget them. The existence of female gladiators is one of history's most overlooked stories, and it's no accident. In ancient Rome, women were expected to be modest, domestic, and obedient. The idea of women fighting to the death in front of roaring crowds clashed with Roman values and was seen as both scandalous and unnatural. Historical texts mention women gladiators, but only briefly and often dismissively. Roman elites viewed female fighters as entertainment novelties rather than true warriors. Even ancient historians minimize their roles, treating them as exceptions, curiosities, or even jokes. Archaeological evidence is also scarce. Unlike their male counterparts, women gladiators weren't honored with elaborate graves or detailed inscriptions. Their victories weren't celebrated in public records, and their defeats were often lost to time. This historical bias has led many to doubt their existence or downplay their significance. But recent discoveries have started to rewrite that narrative, proving that these women weren't just spectators in history. They were warriors. Who were the gladiatrices? The term gladiatrix refers to female gladiators, a rare but undeniable presence in ancient Rome. While not as common as male fighters, these women stepped into the arena for many reasons. Slaves or prisoners forced into combat. Volunteers seeking fame, fortune, or even freedom. Women driven by poverty, desperation, or a desire to challenge societal expectations. They were trained in the Ludi Gladiatori, the same brutal schools as men, mastering the arts of swordsmanship, combat techniques, and survival. Some fought in traditional styles, while others were used for theatrical matches, often staged for shock value. How did they fight? Women gladiators fought in similar styles to men, but were often pitted against wild animals in dangerous and deadly spectacles. Other women in rare but sensationalized duels. Sometimes even male gladiators, though these matches were controversial and often criticized. Their weapons varied, but many wielded short swords, gladius, small shields, or even daggers. They wore little armor, both for mobility and to heighten the spectacle. Roman emperors, such as Domitian, were known for hosting night games where women fought by torchlight, creating a terrifying and dramatic scene. But despite their skill, female gladiators faced mockery and prejudice. Their participation was often treated as a novelty, designed to shock or entertain the masses. Yet these women fought with the same stakes as men: life, death, and glory. One of the most intriguing discoveries was an ancient marble relief showing two female gladiators, Achilia and Amazonia. The inscription suggests they fought valiantly and fiercely, and the outcome was declared a missio, a draw, or mutual reprieve, suggesting both women earned the respect of the crowd. This wasn't just a staged act. It was a real deadly contest that showed these women were skilled, respected, and capable of surviving the blood-soaked sands of the arena. Another historical text, written by the Roman historian Cassius Dio, mentions that Emperor Domitian staged fights between women in the Colosseum, emphasizing the brutality and strength these gladiatresses possessed. These stories reveal more than just spectacle. They show women challenging the strict gender roles of Rome, risking their lives to prove their strength and skill. They were warriors, every bit as deadly and determined as their male counterparts. The gladiatresses of ancient Rome were far more than just curiosities or sideshows. They were fighters, survivors, and warriors who dared to step into a world designed to break them. History may have tried to erase their stories, but their legacy still echoes in the few artifacts, inscriptions, and records we've uncovered. They stand as a testament to resilience, showing that courage and strength have never been defined by gender. Their stories challenge what we think we know about history, reminding us that even in the most brutal of times, there were women willing to fight, not just for survival, but for recognition, respect, and the chance to write their own legend. What surprised you most about the gladiatresses of ancient Rome? Were they forgotten heroes or victims of a brutal spectacle? Let us know in the comments. And if you love uncovering history's untold stories, check out our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we bring hidden history to life. Thanks for watching.